Hello, everybody, and welcome back to IntyCenter. I'm going to take another whip around FODEUSS, and we're going to jump right into it. We'll start with an extra innings affair between Let's Play 2 and Game of Throws. Sammy Sosa scored on a wild pitch from Hal Newhouser in the second inning, and that was the only run they would get off Newhouser as he went 8 innings. Eddie Plank would take that 1-0 lead into the eighth inning when the pinch hitting Edgar Martinez would lead off the inning with a homer to tie it up. Just like that, both of those men get no decisions. We would need 11 innings. In the 11th, it's Mr. Cub, Ernie Banks, hitting a leadoff homer off Willie Hernandez. Then it's Hippo Vaughn coming in with 2 outs for the one pitch save. Let's Play 2 wins that one 2-1. And breaking news here on IntyCenter. Bob Gibson is good at pitching a baseball. He tossed a 5-hit shutout of Albuquerque. Earl Averill and Joe Sewell each homered. Sithy win the opener of that series 8-0. On to our second day, and a 3-run sixth inning had Birmingham up 3-1 on Atlanta, with fans in the crowd probably chanting SEC because this game is in Atlanta and they don't realize there are other Birminghams in the U.S. The score would change in the sixth as 3 consecutive singles for Atlanta, followed by a hit by pitch, followed by another single, would score 3 runs and cause a pitching change. Slim Jones gets replaced by Bill Bird, but he'd pitch more like Paul Bird. He lets 2 inherited runners score on a sac fly and a single. Atlanta Autumn take a 6-3 lead. The Barons would threaten in the eighth, but a King Kelly GIDP would kill the rally like Jeremiah Smith killing the Volunteer secondary. The Barons would get the leadoff man on in the ninth, but nothing more. Atlanta Autumn takes that one 6-3. Hey, if Satchel Paige keeps pitching like this, he might deserve the All-Star spot the fans are trying to gift him. Page tossed a complete game, giving up 1 run on 6 hits and striking out 8. George Brett homered. Jack Glasscock drove in 3. Diamondbacks win at 8-1. The Radburn resurgence continues. Old Hoss tosses a complete game. He gives up 1 run on 6 hits. The Enhancers beat the Gales 4-1. Todd Helton and Frankie Frisch each driving in a pair of runs in that one. Kevin Brown tossed 9 innings for the Diamondbacks against Reseda. But you know what's better than 9 shutout innings? 10 1/3 shutout innings. This is the game we posted about in thread. That's what Tim Lincecum got for the Free Fallers. The lone run of the game came on a Willie Stargell homer off Fernando Valenzuela in the 11th. Rob Dibble relieved, got the save, retiring Huey from the boys and Jimmy Rollins. Reseda wins an absolute classic 1-0 over the D-Bags. Again, Kevin Brown, 9 innings of shutout baseball. Fuck that guy, fuck Chris Hoyles, and fuck Kevin Durant. Now, naturally, the team who has won 11 billion of their last 11 billion plus 1 games would take on the team with the worst record in the league and would drop 2 out of 3. But 3 hits and 3 ribbies from Sam Crawford led Atlanta Autumn to an 8-7 win over Birmingham Shack Barons. And that's just what happened. The hottest team in the league drops 2 out of 3 to the worst team in the league. Well, we move on to the 29th. You know the big deal with the Toad Ramsey no-hitter. But we did have a bunch of other great games that day. Seriously, look through the box scores and the logs. May 29th might be the craziest, most exciting day in FODEUSS history for actual gameplay action. Read through them. They're pretty awesome. On IntyCenter, we're going to start off with Amazings leading 1-0 and Roger Clemens cruising until a 35-minute rain delay forces a pitching change. Now, this just starts a series of events where Amazings is going to start hating the weather the way Cleveland fans do and the way he hates Chris Hoyles. Not only did this 35-minute rain delay force a pitching change here, that led to Nolan Arenado driving in the go-ahead runoff Roldis Chapman. Rod Beck, John Smoltz keep the Amazings off the board. Bandwagoners escape. But the second game in the series gets suspended overnight due to rain and resumed. Again, he has a great starting pitcher, gets removed from the game. They don't hold on. They lose. It has a knock-on effect. They have to play basically a game and a half. They get swept in the series. Amazings with a new grudge against rain. You heard it here first on IntyCenter. Hey, we're going to go from that one to a wild affair in the Windy City. In the top of the eighth, a 3-run, 2-out homer from Hal Trosky put Scythia on top 4-2. That lead wouldn't even last for the inning, though, as Let's Play 2 scores a pair in the bottom of the eighth to tie it up. But with 2 outs in the ninth inning, Scythia gets another 2-out, 3-run homer. This one from Joe Sewell. This time it holds up. They get a 1-2-3 ninth from Sudden Sam. They win 7-4. Somebody go call Jason Stark. Find out how many times a team has gotten go-ahead, 2-out, 3-run homers in both the eighth and the ninth inning of the game. It's baseball. I'm guessing it's happened once or twice, but probably not all that often. Hey, Ed Morris and Clayton Kershaw each gave up a run in eight innings of work, sending us to the ninth tied at 1. Frank Robinson homers to lead off the ninth against Liam Hendricks. Rob Nen works around a 1-out single in his half of the ninth. That's the difference. Albuquerque takes it 2-1. Jacob deGrom tossed 7 innings, gives up 3 runs, quality start, gets a no decision, and his team eventually loses the game in 12 innings. 2 singles, an error, and a sac fly doom the Enhancers, and the D-Bags take it 4-3 in 12. Stuffy McInnes and George Kell hit consecutive doubles off Craig Kimbrell to have Atlanta Autumn tie game Gales in November 2-2 in the ninth. But in the 11th inning, a double from Lou Boudreau and a pair of sac flies would bring home the winning run. The Gales go from heartbreak to breaking hearts just like that. They win it 3-2 in 11 innings. And hey, we got one for you on the same day that Randy Johnson struck out 16 batters and had a no-hitter of his own. In this one, the Enhancers, they were up 3-0 heading into the 7th inning, but sometimes life comes at you fast. 2 pinch hit RBI singles sandwiched around a Dan Brothers RBI double that ties the game at 3. In the 10th, the D-Bags get a walk-off single from who else? Cleveland's own big Ed Delahunty. That scores Huey from the boys. It's a 4-3 winner. Like I said, a lot of action this week. Again, check out everything from the 29th, and we'll catch you next time for another whip around FODEUSS here on IntyCenter.